The Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI, not only gives us insights into our basic personality types, but it also gives us insights into our emotional intelligence. You know, our relationship within our personality. So be sure to watch the videos on interpersonal and intrapersonal factors as related to emotional intelligence. This is going to aid you in developing aspects within this intelligence. Now, this series of videos is going to focus on developmental challenges and some medius tasks to employ in order to improve your emotional intelligence and to be more in tune to those around you as well as to yourself. So as an ISFP, remember that in that interpersonal area, you really are focused on values. You love helping others, and that means that you're trying to be beneficial to others. But because of that, what you really want to look at is how you can create more analytical frameworks. And you can do that around your desire and your need for harmony and aiding others. But remember that you're also trusting, you're pragmatic, realistic, and even flexible. And because you are those things, you can very easily be able to add more critical framework to your life. You can also reflect on ways that you can expand your decision-making methods. Look for new ways to learn. How can you become more masterful in this area? You also need to engage in becoming more frequently looking at that outcome-oriented thinking. So you are focused on gathering data. That's what you like to do, especially data that is associated with other people, because you are very cooperative and you're loyal and you're focused on those individual needs. However, because you are so focused on gathering the information, sometimes you forget that there needs to be a solution. So look at what you can do to be outcome-oriented and to find a solution. In your interpersonal arena, remember that you are so masterful at gaining cooperation from other people. You are adaptable, you're calm, you have a gentle style, and you do that even when it comes to taking those actions, especially concrete actions. But you need to really look at more of those big pictures. What are some issues and some actions and some conflicts and some things that might cause some issues? You want to be able to explore the big picture. Look at some ways that you can develop some conflict management strategies. So instead of shying away and avoiding that conflict, you want to step up to it. You want to approach the table and really ask, what is going on? Figure out what you can do to improve your conflict management. And that's going to aid you instead of running away from a conflict or avoiding it or simply ignoring it whatsoever to really get to the bottom of something. And lastly, make sure that you identify and you really articulate the principles that you have. What are your principles and your values? And that's going to aid you in helping others to understand why you have certain choices and certain actions. Let's look at some things that you can do to really improve your emotional intelligence. And we call this an emotional intelligence quotient, or an EQ. So some things that you want to continue doing. These are things that you already do very well as an ISFP. You offer great support, you're very cooperative, and you're very understanding to other people. You are great at gaining cooperation for people. Now, you also are good at helping others to see the importance of what they are doing, not just their value as a person, but the value of their actions. You are terrific at that. You are also really good at finding practical solutions to just about any problem whatsoever. So keep doing those things. Some areas that you can work on. So these are some things that you can do right away to start doing today to improve this emotional intelligence. So make sure that you really communicate some interest in the analytical and critical parts of a situation. And also share reasons for your decisions. Why have you said these things? Why do you feel like this is the best mode of action? And this is very important because as an introverted feeling person, at times you may want to step back and not share everything that you're thinking in fear of offending somebody, or maybe also simply you are busy listening to everyone else and gathering all of the information you can. But it's important that if you're in a situation where a decision is being made, you are there because the other people on the team and the group, or maybe superiors, value your opinion and what you have to offer and your information. A few things that you can do to stop right away this is going to improve your emotional intelligence. So one thing is that you tend to take comments and reactions very personally. So maybe somebody didn't wave to you as they walked by. That is not a slight to you. Maybe they were just busy. You simply don't know. So remember, taking things personally is going to really destroy your ability to grow your emotional intelligence. Instead, take some time to really ponder why somebody may have done something. Try to walk in their shoes a little bit, and that will aid you to not take things quite so personally. Also, trying to persuade exclusively through your relationships and your connections. This means that you've built a relation with someone. You've got this great relationship of trust, and so you may get to try to talk to somebody to persuade them to take your mode, your values, your data, your information in order to cause a certain end, right? So maybe what you're doing is you're using your relationships and your connections, and you're kind of doing it in a political way to gain their confidence in order that they will support you in a certain aspect or with a problem-solving event.